was 14 years old. You think he was more like 25. So he's our youngest member, and he was introduced to the conservative values and constitutional leadership of Rick Perry on November 9th, 2011, during the CNBC debate. Since then, he has tried to help further Governor Perry's campaign in any way possible, ultimately leading him to join us at the PerryFire PAC as the National High School Director. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Eli Cardley.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm happy to be in your wonderful state for this event, because this town is a bit bigger than my state, actually. Now, I can instantly tell there's a difference between the two states. Ours is a lot quieter. This one's very loud and busy. I've had more excitement here than my entire summer. We've already met a prostitute. We had an epidemic of lice. And I had 20 to 30 false alarms where I thought I saw Rick Perry on the street. It's very exciting. But, yes, I haven't been in this game as long as a lot of you, even though I try and look like I have. But I feel very privileged to be able to share this moment with all of you, and that all of our hard work over the months has reached a head today, and we are able to all come together in the pursuit of one idea, making Rick Perry the President of the United States of America. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to give you a little backstory real quick. A while ago, me and my grandmother, who many of you expected to be here but is taken ill, and my aunt found a set of lapel pins. And if you don't know what that is, it's just the little pins you stick on your lapel there. And they were American flags. They belonged to my deceased uncle. And it gave me a nice thought. And usually the first thing that would come to mind is, why would somebody have these? And quite obviously, it is because, like many in our nation, we have so many who care greatly for it, that they're willing to display their affection and liking of our nation in any way possible. That was just one of the few ways. And that's why we're all here today, is because we are trying to preserve our nation for those who care for it so deeply. And we feel the best way to do that is by supporting a candidate who best fits our ideas and cares so greatly for that nation. So that's why I'm here today. I'm sure we all have our colorful histories. But like was said, I first became introduced to Perry on November 9th, 2011. And I will never forget that day, and I don't think Rick will either. It was kind of a big day. He forgot the Department of Energy that day. Kind of sad. Not really a good way to start off. I didn't let that deter me, though. To seek good political facts, I tuned into Saturday Night Live that night to hear the true story. I must say, Alec Baldwin did him justice. Nevertheless, I pressed on, and I continued to look, and the main thing that stands out to me among the 7 candidates is that record. Golly, look at that record. 1.2 million jobs created over 12 years during a recession. During a recession. And, some say his record didn't stand up to muster. A majority of them were minimum wage, low-paying jobs. That was the first question he got at his very first debate. And his response, strong as always, 95% of those jobs were above minimum wage. They went as far to dub it the Texas Miracle. His entire platform, a great improvement from Michael Dukakis' Massachusetts Miracle, as Mitt Romney tried to smartly point out. But that was my main point for him. And his Christian values and things of that nature, well, that's just an add-on. That's the icing on the cake. You got to get in that core. It's all about the economy and jobs. And if we have a candidate whose record on jobs does not stand up to muster, then they have not been properly vetted, and I'm confused as to why they're still in this race. But he tossed around other ideas too, the infamous 20% flat tax, simplifying the tax code, putting sanctions on Iran, not putting a fence on the border. You may have heard that story from Michelle Bachmann numerous times, and not as in nice a tone as I'm saying it now, but that was a big talking point as well. And another thing that I have to point out that I just love is he was never afraid to say something that was dubbed politically incorrect. If you remember the first time he was challenged on something by his own party, his exact words were, "Well, then you just don't have a heart." And, you know, some will see that as a negative, saying those tough words, but I'm going to count it as a positive, willing to tell the truth like that. He spoke out against a Republican majority Congress, as well as the Democratic majority. The point is we all make mistakes, and you are lying to yourself if you're not willing to point them out on both sides. Some will say now that Mitt Romney is our nominee, I can't vet him still. I am going to vet him to death. Just because he has an R in front of his name, I'm not going any easy on him. All of our candidates deserve to be vetted. And don't think I didn't vet Governor Perry. He's taken a few mulligans. I was there for him, you know, stumbling and getting a little tipsy on stage and things of that nature. I laughed more than I winched, but the point is we all make mistakes. We forget departments, we get a little tipsy like that, we forget the voting age, and sometimes, well, we wear silly Texas boots with American flags printed on them. We all make mistakes. And the reason why I'm here mainly is because I'm willing to look past them and further our nation. And that's why I think we're all here too, to further and preserve our nation. So I'm going to leave now. I have to help our surprise guests get ready. So thank you very much for allowing me to be here, allowing me to lead Team Fire High School. I will continue to do my best for our pack and for our nation. Thank you very much.